Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Ysn Power Hour for this Tuesday, the 8th of January, 2025. DJ Yoakley with you, and it's all brought to you thanks to our friends at Toyota of Warren. We got a great show for you today, especially if you're an East Liverpool Potter fan. We got the trifecta of Potters. We have Coach Reynolds joining us in just a moment. We have Cohen Pease, and we have the brand new record-breaking and one of the best sharpshooters in the entire land. Ladies and gentlemen, Nate Birch will join us on the show as well. All Potters all the time right now. And need I say more? At this time, we bring live one of the best coaches, first-year coach of the East Liverpool Potters, and a guy who has been part of the family, the YSN family, the Yoakley family, for longer than I've known. Ladies and gentlemen, Cade Reynolds. Cade, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. All right, so we're about halfway through-ish the first year. Talk to me about how it's been going and some of the challenges that you faced that maybe you didn't expect, and some of the awesome stuff that you faced that obviously has got you smiling right now.
Yeah. Obviously, first year, it's been a whirlwind of emotions. Obviously, it's something that I've dreamed about. As far as stuff that I didn't really expect, I mean, you said I've kind of been around for a while, so I kind of got to see it all. I didn't get to see as much of the behind the scenes as as I thought. But having Coach Miller with me, who's been here for I think this is his 10th, 11th year, he's really helped me with some of the stuff that maybe I didn't expect. But as far as the stuff that's got me smiling, I mean, we're winning basketball games, doing what I love, coaching a great group of kids with a great group of guys, and we're just having fun.
And having fun you are, man. You guys are tearing up the hardwood. Did you have any, I guess, anticipation of what this year would bring you in the record? I mean, you guys are what, 8-2 right now overall?
9-2 as of Saturday.
9-2. My apologies. And still perfect in the conference, correct?
No, we dropped. Well, it depends. The Buckeye 8 is split into two divisions, and so we're perfect in our division, but we did drop one to St. C. So
yeah, you guys got that weird conference thing going on down there. Yeah. It's a wild party down in East Liverpool.
Yeah, it definitely is odd with it, being two divisions, but your league record only counts for your division. But so in our division of our league, yes, we are still undefeated.
I mean, obviously, you have boxes you want to check as a coach. That's some of the first conversations you have with your players. Did you anticipate any of this? Halfway through the season, where you guys would be? Knowing that it's your quote unquote first rodeo. You've been around the game a very long time, been a coach now for a few years, but this is your first head coaching position in a place that you know and you love. Talk to me about your expectations, kind of what they were, and are they living up to it, or do you guys still have some fight left in you?
That's a great question, because I think it comes with a lot of different answers. Obviously, my expectations were very high. I mean, I've had this group since they were sophomores, coaching them through the JV level. We've only lost 4 games together going into this season in the last 2 years. So my expectations were very high. But, I mean, if I couldn't look you in the eyes and say, like, I guarantee we'd have been 9-2, if I had told you that in June, I'd have been lying. So, obviously, I'll take it. I'll take being 9-2. Not to sound greedy, but I think, we have a chance. We're a couple plays away from being – 10-1, 11-0. So the kids are definitely living up to my expectations, but we're definitely not. We're not happy. Not happy. We're not satisfied. We're not satisfied with where we're at. We still have to get better with a couple things. We definitely have to get better on the defensive end. But all in all, I mean, for the start of the season, I'm super happy with where we are. I mean, we've only dropped 2 out of the first 11. Definitely some things to improve on, but man, I'm definitely glad to be where I'm at. Like I said, this is something I've dreamed about, something I prayed for. My wife and I both, and she sees, how much I love it. She's starting to really love it now. So raising a kid in the field house is great. So the first year has definitely gotten off to an amazing start.
Talk about that field house, man. There's a lot of, I keep saying expectations, but when you're talking about East Liverpool, that's what it is. It's like Los Angeles, right? You guys are Showtime down there, especially you step into that Potter field house. For you to walk into this position, and obviously there's more that you want to do, but there's been some lights out shooting inside that.
Oh,
You guys
goodness.
are magnificent to watch, Cade. So when you're watching it, sometimes do you get to be a fan a little bit, or are you always trying to stay in that coach mode?
Well, first of all, the field house. Obviously, I'm biased, but playing here since I was second grade. There's not a better place in the state to play high school basketball. That's my opinion, and I'll stand by that. But as far as watching these kids play, I can't lie to you. There are times where it's like I catch myself just sitting back and letting them play. But I mean, when they're shooting the ball like they are, sometimes it's hard not to. I got to stay in coach mode as much as I can. But man, sometimes when these kids are lighting it up, it's tough not to sit back and kind of enjoy the ride a little bit.
Quite the senior class you guys have this year. We're going to talk to two of them here with Cohen and Nate. Nate coming off what one of the greatest games we've ever seen on YSN, 11 threes in a single game. Have you ever seen anything like that? And is that a situation, kind of like we just talked about, as a coach, you just go, hey, give it to the deuce and see what he can do with it?
Yeah, man, Nate and I's coaching player relationship started off when he was a sophomore, and I think that year I coached him as a JV player. He hit 5 game winners, so that's kind of how our relationship started off, and they were all threes. So I kind of know, Nate can stroke it. He's lightning in a bottle when he gets hot. He is unconscious, but the other night shooting 11 for 15 is an amazing percentage. So it was fun to watch. But yeah, when he gets hot like that, him or Cohen or right now even Q, when they get hot, it's kind of just give the hot hand the ball. And what's great about these guys is they see it. When Nate's hot, they start to find him even more. When Cohen's hot, they start to find him even more. And I think that's what's making us so dangerous is we're doing it together. It wasn't like Nate. Nate was 11 of 30 or 11 of 35 from the field. I mean, he was 11 of 15 from the 3-point line.
And I think that's what's most impressive, and something we've been talking about internally is how do you stop East Liverpool? I mean, you've got a 3-headed monster there of just seniors. When you think about it, when you've got guys like Cohen, you mentioned Q as well, that can fill it up, and then obviously everybody knows what Nate can do now. Now he's in the regional spotlight.
Right.
For you, is it a nice problem to have, or I mean, you talked about defense. So what are some of the challenges? I mean, you can't just outshoot everybody every single game. Defensively, how do you guys live up to what you can do offensively?
Yeah, and so that's been a big staple for us because at the beginning of the year, I think our shooting started off a little bit slower. I think there's a couple of things that contribute to that, but our shooting wasn't as hot as it is right now at the beginning of the season, so we leaned on our defense a little more, and I think it showed. We got down by 25 against Lincoln Park, and stormed back in the second half, made them turn the ball over a good bit, and that's how we come back. But now once we start shooting the ball a little bit, we start scoring. Our defense kind of, I don't want to say got pushed to the side, but they kind of got a little lackadaisical on the defensive side, and hey, well, we can score 80 points a night. Well, those district games that are going to be in the 50s and 60s, we're going to have to play defense. So the biggest goal is just keeping these kids' mind on the the ultimate prize, and to raise the banners or hold the trophies that we want to hold. We know we have to lock people down because there could be another shooting slump in the future. I mean, I'm sure there is. That's just the way the game plays. Obviously, I hope we stay this hot, but if we don't, we have to still be able to rely on our defense. And ultimately, I think that's the core of this group anyway. Quentin Conrad's just a nasty on-ball defender. Guys like Blake Atkins, Deshaun Kirby holding down the paint. And then guys like Owen Fredericks coming off the bench and Gavin Wright coming off the bench. These guys are just built to play defense. So I think that's really still the heart of this team is our defense and making them realize that, the more stops you get, the more shots you're going to get. So that defense is going to lead right into us playing offense. So, I mean, that's all good things just to get stops on defense.
I think the thing I appreciate about you the most is you're not afraid to play anybody, anywhere, anytime. Doesn't matter. Obviously, you want to play him in the field house, but
Right.
You'd play him on the moon if you could.
The
second half of your schedule is really kind of intimidating. When you look at it just from a flat standpoint, from an outsider standpoint, as a coach, you look at this down the stretch. Is this something where it's iron sharpening iron and getting ready for what you guys really want is a shot at that state championship?
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously every basketball coach's dream is to win as many games as possible, right? Have this great record. And I think something that I've learned, being in this program and kind of seeing it through its ups and its downs at times is, those sometimes those 19 and 4s or 17 and 5 seasons are great, but when you see teams winning the state title at 10 and 12 or 12 and 10 or 15 and 7, like that's the goal. Obviously we want to hang a district banner up in the gym. That's the ultimate goal, and the only way to do that is to play district final type teams like Canfield, like Big Red twice, like Cardinal Mooney when they're rolling. I mean, historically, Lincoln Park, Wheeling Park. I mean, those are the type of teams that we need to have on our schedule all the time if we want to be prepared for for those big moments at the end of the season.
You mentioned earlier about your family, your wife. You got a young one at home as well that's growing up in the field house, which is awesome to see. How do you keep the Potter family atmosphere kind of going on the team as opposed to just at home?
Well, honestly, I say it all the time. I sound like a broken record at times, but these kids make it easy, man. I mean, they've been together since they were in the third or fourth grade. They all either play football together and basketball and run track, or at least two of those sports they all do together. They're together nonstop. And then as far as the Potter faithful, I mean, they're great. They keep that family atmosphere going all the time because they're always here supporting us. And a lot of those, those older fans now, they've been fans since I was in school as well. So I only have a personal relationship from when I was in school, but now to have their support as the coach of the program has been huge.
You and I are tied in from family standpoint. Kind of a cornerstone is Aunt Jen for me.
Yeah.
But for you, having it be your wife's a first time official head coach wife, right?
Yeah.
What's it like for the hero at home, and what's it like for the young one having dad be the head honcho at East Liverpool basketball?
I think it's chaos. I mean, he's 17 months old. All he wants to do is go, 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 go. But she has handled it flawlessly. I mean, I read a quote a long time ago that the coach is only as good as the spouse, and I mean, they can't be more on point, because without her support and her, being okay with me watching film or watching a high school game on the couch last night while he drinks his bottle before he goes to bed, none of this would even be possible. I mean, I'm at the gym on Sunday nights, on Friday nights. If we get a game canceled or practice, school's canceled, we're in the gym no matter what. So without her support, none of this would even be possible. And as far as the little man goes, I mean, last night we were sitting on the couch. Our game got canceled due to some weather, so we sat on the couch and streamed a high school game on the TV. And along with wrestling and running around the house, shooting on his little tyke soup, he watched the majority of the first half with me. So it's pretty cool. I'm hoping he falls in love with it, and I'm sure we have a lot of bus rides together in our future.
I love it, man. Coach, we're proud of you. Congratulations so far, halfway through. We're hoping you have an even better second half and then well on into the playoffs. Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Absolutely, DJ. Thank you for all you guys do at YSN. Having you guys stream these games and, having commentators and stuff is just, it's not only huge for the school, it's huge for the kids, man, because, I mean, they love going back and watching it. Sometimes you get fans who can't travel, and, seeing what we have through YSN. I mean, we're getting messages from California, North Carolina, Florida. Hey, watching the game live. I mean, that's great. So the Potter family can still stay connected, and I think everything you guys do for all the kids is great.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Cade Reynolds, everybody. We appreciate you, Cade.
Thank you.
We'll have Cohen and we'll have Nate on here in a moment. But again, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best coaches in the area right now, first year head coach, Mr. Cade Reynolds. Thanks, Cade.
Yes, sir.
There he goes. There goes. Again, I mean, he's one of the guys, when you think about basketball in this region right now, Cade Reynolds easily the in the conversation for Coach of the Year. I mean, easily in that conversation, what he's been able to do with that group, and they are a talented group nonetheless. What he's been able to do, what he's been able to squeeze the most juice out of that lemon. My goodness, these guys are playing. He said it. We're behind on our standings. It's 9-2 right now. East Liverpool Potters, and they are back. They are back. They are back. And when they are back, that entire community is on fire. Just absolutely in fuego. When I talked to Tommy P, so we're going to talk to his son Cohen here in just a moment, he said there is nothing like this area. This was 8 years ago-ish. There's nothing like this area when East Liverpool has a really talented basketball team. And he told me 4 years ago, watch out for the Potters. And it's one of those situations where you say, okay, it's just a dad talking about his kid and their buddies. No, this is the legit team. I mean, this is the real deal. East Liverpool, I'm looking at them right now, and I look at that second half, and are they going to win it all? From a standpoint, are they going to go 11-0 the rest of the season? They may not, right? But that is an intimidating schedule. And the fact that Cade Reynolds does not back down from anybody bodes well for not only the now, but it bodes well for the future of Potter basketball, because guess what? Everybody makes the playoffs. Iron sharpening iron. Sharpen your sword against some of the best teams. And he said it best. We want to be there when it's done. But, there's teams that are 10-12 winning district and state championships. Why can't it be them? Why can't it be them? And that's why I'm excited to not only – Cade's been in – again, going back to the family thing, Cade's been a guy that's been in our family officially, for a long time. Right? For almost as long as I've been alive, probably, and I think I'm a little older than he is, probably for as long as he's been alive. So it's one of those situations where Aunt Jen just hooking it up. She's the cornerstone, the building block of the foundation. But I'll tell you what, I love everything that Cade Reynolds has been able to do in his first 11 games as the head coach of the East Liverpool Potters. And if it's anything like what I've seen him do from afar, East Liverpool, you got a good one. You got a good one. You got a guy that's going to bring a lot of success and a lot of, how do you say, excitement, I guess is the best word, back to the Potter Fieldhouse. So excited to have that. We're going to have Cohen Pease on in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back right here with more on the YSN Power Hour, which is proudly powered by our friends over at Toyota of Warren.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
It means the world to me to know that what we're doing is impacting people. And whether it's simply, I got to watch my son or daughter when I was out of town, or we just love watching YSN. We love what you do for our son or daughter. So whenever someone says thank you or someone is appreciative of what we're doing, it tells me everyone at YSN is doing what we initially set out to do, which is shine a light on these athletes and help them kind of promote themselves. My name's Anthony Hartwig, and my sports network is your sports network.
Sheely's is more than a furniture store. We're a hub for all of your appliance needs. We offer the widest selection at everyday low prices, with over $1 million of in-stock inventory from Whirlpool, KitchenAid, LG, GE, and more. Our knowledgeable, no-pressure sales staff can help you find the perfect appliances for your home. We're there for you beyond your purchase, to service what we sell and offer free local delivery with 24-month special financing. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
House troubles can attack anytime. When trouble strikes, call Mighty Mike. Your hometown hero is on his way. HVAC causing havoc? Has your furnace gone mad? Mighty Mike Heating and Cooling will save the day. Commercial or residential, 24/7. For quality service you can depend on, call your hometown hero. Call Mighty Mike.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa.
And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing.
Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships.
We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
All right, welcome back to the Ysn Power Hour here. DJ Yokley with you, and it's all brought to you thanks to our friends at Toyota of Warren. Do not forget to check out their beginning of the year savings. Certainly get out there, Toyota Warren. Tell Tino that YSN sent you 100%. He is the man with the master plan. He'll get you set up in the best that they have to offer. I am riding absolutely comfortably and excited and not afraid of any of the snow because I have a Toyota Tundra driving around it. I'm sure you've seen it around. It's got YSN plastered all over it. And it's all because my friend Tino at Toyota of Warren got me a great deal on the Toyota Tundra, and we're proud to represent them all around the region. Another man who makes his rounds and certainly makes his impact felt each and every time he takes the hardwood is a young man that I've been watching for the last 7 to 8 years grow up right before my very eyes. Good friends with his dad, but man, is this young man fun to watch. This time, ladies and gentlemen, bring him in, Mr. Cohen Pease. CP, what's up, my dude?
How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
Just getting started with practice, getting the legs going, and looking forward to the game on Friday, our homecoming game.
Dude, 9-2. When you think about what your senior year, what you wanted it to be like, did you ever imagine with the gauntlet of a schedule you guys faced that you'd be 9-2 halfway through?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to set goals and expectations. I mean, we have a very veteran, mature group, and we sat down with all of our seniors at the beginning of the year and asked our goals and how can we achieve those goals. And it starts with practice and preparation in the film, weight room, and conditioning. So I think we absolutely deserve to be here, and we've definitely earned our 9-2 record.
Certainly, you deserve to be there. I'm not taking anything away from you. You guys have been lighting up the scoreboards. You're shooting out lights all over gyms, all over Northeast Ohio. For you, this has been a long time coming. This has been what you've been waiting for so long. Obviously, we knew and know that you have that kind of talent, but to be able to put it all together your senior year, that's a special thing. What did you do in the offseason to get yourself prepared to have such a big moment in the sun like you're having right now?
I put in a lot of work over the summer, skills, weight room. I put about 10 pounds of muscle on, just making sure my conditioning is great, making sure I can go that extra step fourth quarter. Just some people I want to thank for that. It's obviously Coach K. Me and Coach K were here at the school in the afternoon, just putting up 1,000 shots a day on Sundays and weekdays in the summer when I could have just been hanging out with friends. But I had a goal for the season, and that was to be a winning program and looking for that championship, and I knew where I had to start, and it was in the summer.
10 pounds, dude. You are properly jocked, I think, look at you got cannons for arms, man. Carrying those suckers around. How do you get to shoot the ball?
Just muscle memory, just stay on that gun, keep shooting, and it just stays with you.
All right, what's your favorite part? I mean, you've been able to do so much. We called you the Magic Man. I've been calling you the Magic Man for the last 8 years because what you've been able to do on no matter what playing surface you're on. For you, what's your favorite part of playing the game of basketball? Is it offense, defense? Is it what is it?
It's everything in basketball. Basketball is a game of constant opportunity and play. Like you can miss a shot, you can airball a shot, or you can turn the ball over and make a bad defensive gamble. But there's always that next play. So having that ability to always make a great play the next time and just keeping that in my head has been a big thing for me the last 7 years.
To be able to do all of this with your teammates, I mean, guys that you love, you appreciate, like brothers. What is that like for you at this point?
It's great to get back with those guys, you grew up with through elementary school and now middle school. Now you guys are seniors. It's the first time since our 8th grade year, we've all truly been together, and it's been special. Practice has been special. You could really see the bond and feel the bond on the court with your guys. And it's just something great to have, and the connection I think will be there for a lifetime.
We talked about earlier with Coach K about the special moment that just happened when Nate hit 11 threes to break the school record. He's on top of the world, on top of all pretty much the platforms in Ohio for shooting. For you, the thing that I was most impressed of and proud of you, by the way, not to let that go, is when it happened, I saw you go over, one of the first people over there to congratulate him. The selflessness, where does that come from? I know your dad, very selfless, did this YSN stuff for not a dime ever. Where does it come from for you to always put others before yourself?
Yeah, like you said, my dad always taught me body language and being great for your teammates, being a great teammate. Even though if I'm not playing good, I should never let that affect me being a teammate. I want guys to cheer for me, and I want my teammates to respect me, not as a player, but as a person. And I think being selfless and being thankful for them and congratulating them and just being a great teammate, I mean, it carries around, it has morale. And if you do, I think it's contagious for other people.
You're in that Potter Fieldhouse, man. There's a lot of eyes watching you, especially a lot of young ones. Who were some of the guys that you looked up to when you were younger and you wanted to fill their shoes when you had a chance when you were a senior?
When I was a ball boy, like fifth, sixth grade, fourth, third grade, honestly, I feel like I was a ball boy for longer than I played basketball. But guys like Isaac Davidson, Trayshawn Jackson, Gabriel Roach, just dudes who I admired and looked up to every game they played, and my eyes would be wide open for them anytime to make a play. And like you said earlier, with the selflessness and just congratulating them, and I saw their bench at the time being excited and having some emotion when they made a great play, and I think that carried over to me too, to now.
And now now that you're the guy, you're the role model, you're the one everyone looks up to. You got the number one uniform. When these kids are watching right now, what kind of knowledge do you want to pass on to them, knowing that they could be a Potter someday, or they can be a great basketball player that's representing the entire area in an all-star game, or potentially going to the next level and playing for their communities?
Mentally and physically, I'd say physically, putting that work. Hard work shows, and it can be a little bit of hard work, and it can put in effort, and it will show. Do as minimal or as most as you can, and it will improve you no matter what. And then for the mental game, I'd say body language and just emotions. Be mentally ready, mentally prepared. Like I said, have great body language. Show zero to little emotion. Don't be an emotion player. That shows a lot of your character, and I think that's one of the biggest things. Not only as a player, as a person, you want to have great character and have people respect you on and off the court, and it starts there.
How much does your dad talk to you about the padded blue seats in Patterson Fieldhouse?
Any random fan from any team we play, have you ever been in the Potter Fieldhouse? You got the best padded blue seats. Oh, you hear it all the time.
To be able to play in front of a packed house and your dad is probably the best marketing human being for East Liverpool sports that I know. You guys are Showtime on YSN. It's must-see streaming. To be able to play in front of all those people, what's it feel like? Did you ever imagine that you'd be on such a big stage? And obviously, you guys, we don't have the power rankings anymore, but I got to imagine you guys would be at the top of it if we did. What's that like for you? Do you ever kind of step back and realize how many people, how many eyes that you're playing in front of each and every time you take the floor?
It's great. It's a blessing, having people wanting to watch us. It's amazing. And knowing that many people want to see Potter basketball, not just me, but all of my teammates and even Coach K's probably got viewers. And it's just crazy to me. Imagine, I never think I would go to a YSN video and see 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers. Because when I was younger, YSN wasn't a thing. And there wasn't no such thing as a streaming service. And it's for sure a blessing that we get people to watch our games from all over Ohio and the tri-state area.
All right, man, talk to me about your heroes. I know that family is very important to you, and you guys have been very strong throughout this entire thing, all the way up till now. What makes a hero for you, and who are those heroes along the way for you?
Definitely my dad. He's a great role model for me. I mean, since I've started basketball, or even started my athletic career with baseball, I mean, he's been that guy for me. There's no person who's harder on me, but gives me the most support, and I always will respect my dad no matter what. He's my dad. And I can't thank him enough for the journey he's gave me, and I'm excited for the opportunities provided me. I'm very thankful for my father.
CP, have you gotten any looks for college? Is that something you want to do, play at the next level?
Yes, I will be playing at the next level. I do have a few interests from D3 colleges, and I will be playing somewhere, but I have not made my decision yet.
I'm just saying, you can always tighten up. I mean, I can hand my sword over to you, Westminster style, if you fit their game plan usually. So hopefully they're in there. But we're proud of you no matter where you go, brother. Thank you so much for taking out time. I know you're missing out on practice, so we'll let you get back. We'll take a break, but dude, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, YSN.
You got it, buddy. We'll be back with more from the Potter Fieldhouse right after this.
21 News delivers the news as it happens, using the latest technology from where it happens.
Live here outside the Mahoney County.
On air, online,
Wednesday afternoon weather update.
Very dangerous.
and on the 21 News social media platforms.
I'm on the road right now.
21 News, the Valley's only locally owned source for trusted news since 1953.
Craftsmanship to us is 60 years of pride and dedication.
Passed down from generation to generation.
The hardwood floors that your kids take their first steps on.
The solid wood doors you quietly close at night.
The things we create day in and day out are the products that end up turning your house into a home.
At Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, uncompromising quality and craftsmanship built our business.
And it will keep us moving forward for generations to come.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the YSN Power Hour. DJ Yokley with you here, live from the Athletics Complex in Columbiana. And all of this is brought to you thanks to our friends and great sponsors at Toyota of Warren. Again, visit Tino and the whole crew out there just off, right before you get to the Eastwood Field in the Eastwood Mall. You can stop over, take that hard right there. Toyota of Warren. It is easy to get to, and boy, do they got some great deals going on right now to start 2025. And a great deal to start 2025 here on YSN. A young man that is having maybe the best year ever, and the start to a year, or just best year of anybody in this area, in this country, in this world right now, is joining us right now. At this time, we welcome the brand new record holder for three-pointers in a game for East Liverpool High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the sharpshooter himself, Nate Birch.
Hey.
What's up there, Hitman?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for stopping by. We got to start with, how awesome was it for you to break that record? Not only hitting 11 shots, but only missing 4 from deep. What was that, a week ago, 2 weeks, whatever it was. It just happened. And dude, we were so excited for you. I was actually on the beach, so I was a little bit extra excited for you. But dude, to be able to take that record after you know what Potter basketball has meant to that community for such a long time, and some of the names that have, filled up sneakers and doing exactly what you're doing, to be at the top of that list, what does that mean to you, Nate?
It means a lot. I was kind of in a shooting slump the last couple of weeks, so last couple of games I've been feeling it. My teammates were feeding me the rock because they know I was hot, obviously. So, yeah.
You are one of the hottest shooters in all of the state, and you got the stats to prove it. You have the max preps to prove it. I mean, people just Google your name, kind of like the Indiana football coach. Just Google Nate Birch and see what he's all about. Dude, you've been an influence to so many people along the way, doing things constantly the right way, getting in the gym, doing what you're told, not always shooting. You can pass too. You can play defense as well. But to play under the same kind of context in this program led by Cade Reynolds, what does it mean to you? How is this year different for you personally? And how have you been able to excel through all of that?
Well, it's my first year starting, so everything had to change. Like, obviously I had to get in the weight room, get better. I have a bigger role this year, so basically I just had to help my team out in several different ways. And plus, it lets me get all the shots in the world. So
You're just a shooting machine from that standpoint, dude. But I mean, you said it's your first year starting, right? Which is fantastic. But you haven't always, it's not always about who starts. It's about who finishes and who finishes it the right way. You've always done that. So for you, what things did you have to do other than put on muscle in the off season to make yourself the kind of shooter that you are today?
Well, basically, my dad just put a basketball hoop in the backyard, so basically all summer I just shot on it. To be honest with you, me and my
That's
little
it.
brother. Yeah, basically, honestly.
I love it. So how many shots you putting up a day?
Probably like 100 to 150 a day.
Wow, all long range.
Yeah, basically. I should have been
Wow.
like here and there, but
All right, let's talk about the things that you like to do off the court. What if you're not playing basketball, which I know you love, what are you doing and who you doing it with?
I like to hang out with my friends. Yeah, Cohen, I hang out with him a lot. I like to hang with my dad. That's basically my best friend. We do a lot of stuff together. And yeah, I like to.
What are you guys doing? Typically, you and Cohen, what do you usually do for fun? Uh-oh.
What don't we do is the real question, but yeah, we basically just hang out, play the game.
You get on the sticks? Is that what you guys are doing?
Sometimes play Fortnite a little bit.
Fortnite. Okay, who's better, you or Cohen?
He definitely him. I'm looking.
What can you do better than CP that you got bragging rights?
Let me see. Right now I'm leading team of 3, so right now I shoot better than him. So
that works. He's probably out there right now listening to this and probably popping shots, making sure that you know
that's
about
all
it.
he does is shoot. So
for you, when you think about what jersey that you're wearing right now, and the jersey that you wear each and every time you go out on the court, how much does wearing the East Liverpool jersey mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. All my family grew up here. A lot of great players from the school play here. So basically, just got to follow their footsteps on how to be great and stuff.
What can you do the last 11 games that you haven't done the first 11 that would mean a lot to you?
Basically, just win the bigger games. Like I'm trying to win districts, OVACs, Buckeye 8. Just trying to win, stay on top.
All right, let's go. What's your favorite TV show that you're watching right now?
I like Suits.
Okay, Suits. That's a good one. A little unexpected. I like it though. What about your favorite movie at the moment?
Favorite movie? To be honest, I don't really watch movies like that.
Not a movie guy. Okay.
I like to watch TikTok, I'll be honest.
TikTok. All right. Who are your favorite sports teams?
I like the Lakers. I like the Steelers, even though I don't know what they've been doing lately. But
hey, don't stop believing, buddy.
I believe.
Don't stop believing. Okay, so Lakers. Who's your favorite Laker?
Obviously LeBron.
Naturally, I can appreciate that. Were you a Cavs fan before?
Yeah, I've been to a couple of Cavs games. Well, I'm really not a Lakers fan. I just like LeBron.
You just you're that guy. You chase LeBron James wherever he goes. So you're a Heat fan and you're a Cavs fan and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I really didn't get into basketball until like 5th grade, so that's like when he was kind of leading the Heat.
No kidding. What got you into basketball?
Basically, I got like 2K for Christmas the one year, and basically I just played that. And then I just started playing basketball in the Y League and stuff.
Do you have any brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Older or younger?
I'm the oldest on my mom's side, but I have a stepsister that's older than me and my dad's.
Okay. So, what advice do you give your younger siblings?
Try and be better than me, even though it's hard.
I love it, even though it's hard. Are you preaching to get into basketball, or are you just letting them do their own thing?
Well, my little brother Gio, pretty good at baseball, so basketball, comes to him, but baseball is his thing.
I love it. Can't wait to see him on YSN here in a couple of years.
Sure.
So for you, heroes, who are the people that you look up to most that influence your decisions? Who are the people that put you in the position you're in today?
Definitely my dad. Yeah, he's my role model. He does a lot of stuff for me. I'm really appreciative of him. Him and my grandpa, they do a lot for me. So it means a lot.
What does your dad do that you really appreciate?
He's just been there every high and low. He's always there. Like good game, bad game. He's just my dad at the end of the day. So love him.
What is the best advice your dad has ever given you?
just next play. Like, don't dwell on the past. Look at the future.
Love it. All right. Can you see yourself playing at the next level? Is that something you want to do, or is it the end of the road whenever you guys are done playing Potter basketball?
I still think about it sometimes. I don't really know. I haven't made my mind up yet. So.
What do you want to go to college or do anything, or are you going to go in the trades, or what are you going to do after school?
Yeah, I'm going to college.
Going to college. What do you want to study?
Graphic design.
Graphic design. All right. So there's a lot of ways you can go with graphic design. So what are you looking to do when you're done with getting your degree?
Whatever offers me, honestly. Like, I don't really have that big of a game plan. I just know what I want to study. Because I know there's a lot of career paths to go to that. So
there's a ton, dude. There is a ton of career paths you can do with it. And hopefully all of the best ones come right to your front door, man. Nate, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. Continued success, man. Keep shooting the lights out in that gym, and we'll be there to watch it, okay?
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. Nate Birch, the all-time, singles game record holder for 3 points in a game. And if you haven't watched that game, you can go back on YSN, watch it right now. Unbelievable. This young man, as good as it gets, and then you add Cohen Pease, you add Q, you add all the weapons that Cade Reynolds has, and my goodness, East Liverpool is they're set up for a nice little run this year. They're sitting here 9-2, 3-0 in the Buckeye 8 North, I think it is. So let's see what they can do. This is a team that everybody's been waiting on and for, and certainly one that is must-see streaming here on YSN. Thanks to Cade Reynolds, thanks to Cohen Pease, and thanks to Nate Birch for stopping by. It was an all-Potter show today. Excited for it. We'll be at the Louisville show tonight. We have the brand new head football coach, Jim Salimas, joining us with a mix of other guests. I believe it's all Louisville basketball. So we're looking forward to that. You can catch us out at Giovanni's in Louisville about 6:15, 6:30. If you want to stop out and say hi and have some great food, you're more than welcome. But as for today's show, we've got one more thing to tend to, and then we're hitting the bricks too. It's time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. You can visit Joe Dickey Electric at dickieelectric.com as well. All right, so yesterday we talked about the cancellations or not cancellations and why schools should cancel games whenever they cancel their school day. Here's one that I saw today, courtesy of my buddy Mike Morrow. There's a lot of change. And listen, I'm just venting on this one because I don't really understand it enough to talk about it. But I want to know where you stand. All the games are getting changed for Friday. They're either being moved up into the evening or late afternoon, or they're being completely moved on to Saturday or another day that suits them. While I think ADs have the opportunity to do that, and I think they should do that from a business standpoint, because quite frankly, Ohio has shown that they have a blinding passion for the Ohio State University football team when it comes to them being on television and not going to athletic events, even if it's their own kids. For better or for worse, I'm not judging. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we have to move games. At this point, everybody has one of these, right? Everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got one of these that they can watch the game on. I don't understand why they're canceled. I don't, and I'm not putting this on the ADs. I'm putting this on the general public because ADs don't like putting on a game, paying $70, $80 per official, whatever the going rate is now, and I'm probably low, and then having 4 people, 5 people show up on each side of the gym because everybody's watching an Ohio State game. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be watching the game too. However, if I were to work and do a game, I would just have it off to the side. I wouldn't not go to a game and not do my job because one of my teams is playing. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I've done games on my birthday. I've done games when loved ones have passed away the same day. Like I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but it's one of those situations where I just don't, I'm not privy to it. I'm not like, okay, well, I can't do this because this game is on. Luckily, my favorite team usually plays. My favorite team usually plays on Sunday. This week they're playing on Saturday night. So I'm off the hook. But if they were to play on Friday, tough luck, right? Tough luck for me. And I just have to watch it on a device or something, kind of side-eyeing it. I wouldn't have the ability to really squat down and watch that thing the way that I want to. But such is life, right? I just don't think it's fair because, our kids and our community should always be priority number one. That's the way I look at it. And I'm not shaming anybody. So if you feel like you're being shamed, you're wrong. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to say, where are we putting our priorities here? Like, I'll always go to my kid's game over somebody that I don't know and a university that I never attended or a team that I've never played for or whatever. Like, that's always going to be my kids are going to be my priority. If they're not yours, that's completely up to you. That's the way you parent. I just think it's weird that we're prioritizing that, right? It's a team that the majority of us have never gone to school there. The majority of us have never done. And if you don't have a kid that's playing, but like and I've been told that athletic directors are receiving tons of complaints and tons of people begging to have the game moved because we're not going to show up. Your son or daughter is playing. Why would you not show up to the game and you'd rather? I guess there's a ton of reasons. I don't understand them. If you do, please let me know because I would love to understand it a little bit better. Even at all would be good. But yeah, that's my spark, and it's all brought to you thanks to Joe Dickey Electric. You can visit them on the web at dickieelectric.com. Thanks again for a great show. Thanks to our title sponsor, Toyota of Warren. Thanks to the East Liverpool Potter basketball team, Cade Reynolds, Cohen Pease, Nate Birch, stopping by, making this show worthwhile today. Cannot thank them enough. That is going to do it for today's broadcast. We're going to be all over the place tonight. Like I said, I'll be in Lowellville. We've got games tonight. Check out ysnlive.com/live for all your updates on all that stuff. And certainly stay tuned to ysnlive.com for all the stats, scores, stories, you name it, standings, even though they might not be up to date the way we want them. We'll get them there. God bless you. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the YSN Power.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.